Hello, Brock here again. Yesterday I was telling you guys about a trip that I am planning to make from Nashville, Tennessee to Ushuaia, Argentina. And that's a really big trip, really long distance, and not anything that I've ever done before. And in order to do a trip like that, you need to be super prepared. I don't want to go out there with, without all my ducks in a row. And one of the main things that I'm going to need for that trip, one of the most costly things, is going to be the motorcycle. So I've already bought the motorcycle. I've already, started preparing it and doing the different things that you would want to do to a vehicle to make a trip like that. And today I thought I'd make a little video sharing the motorcycle I chose and all of the upgrades and modifications that I've decided to make to it in order to facilitate the trip. Now, it's not done. I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress, but I've come a long way in a pretty short period of time. And the motorcycle that I've chosen for this trip, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see, is the 2025 Yamaha Tenere 700. I chose it for a couple different reasons. I won't go into all those right now, but I think it's a good solid bike. It's very reliable, and it's got just enough power to do the things that I want to do. I'm going to go through a lot of the things that I've done and some of the things that I want to do and why I've done them and why I chose to do them. So this is it. Give you a nice little walk around. I think it's looking pretty cool so far. I put blue tape on my license plate. I see everybody covering them up online, so I did too. I don't know what the purpose is. I don't think you can do anything with my license plate, but there it is. Looks pretty tough, I think. So I'll start from the front with the things that I have done to the motorcycle so far. First thing is crash bars. I did upper and lower crash bars separate. These are made by Hepco and Becker, which is a pretty high-end motorcycle company out of Germany. And I say high-end because they're expensive. I don't know why they're so much more expensive. Oh, so those are Hepco and Becker, and these are Hepco and Becker. And the problem I have with them, they feel solid and everything, but I bought these because as opposed to bark busters, I bought these because I liked the way the factory guards looked, but the factory guards are just plastic. They're not going to do anything in the chance of a crash, which I do crash. I'm going to crash from Nashville to Argentina to Ushuaia, Argentina, is probably at least 15,000 miles, the route I'm taking. And that's roughly 24,000 kilometers. And most of it's going to be off-road. A lot of it's going to be off-road. And I know I'm going to crash. I'll probably crash it 500 times. So that's why I wanted to have crash protection on everything. I don't want to crack my motor or anything like that or bust up the plastics. But I bought these because I liked the way these looked. And I liked these on top of it. So I wanted to keep them. And I'm not a big fan of the Bark Buster. Bark Buster's great, but they're great. I don't have anything bad to say, and they look great on this motorcycle. But just the way they were shaped, I felt like the aesthetics didn't vibe with this motorcycle very well. But in hindsight, I bought those, also expensive, probably $250, $300 for both of them, crazy. And I took it out, and the first time the bike went down, this bent all to hell, and the weld cracked. It wasn't a crazy wreck. I didn't fall off a cliff or anything. It just kind of fell over, and there you go, first one. So now I'm gonna take those off, and replace them with Bark Busters because I know they're just better and tried and true. So upper, lower crash bars, whatever those are called. And I also did a bash plate. It had one on there, but it was cheap, thin aluminum, and the black one looks cooler. So that's the main body protection I've got for it. I also added these. I've got new ones I've got a new shifter and a new brake lever for it. I just haven't installed those yet. And I also had a cover for this. So I bought this one. And I also bought this one. But my problem is when I get anything behind them, I mean, I have to take it all off. It's crazy to just clean my headlight. So I ended up taking them off, and I think the headlight looks so cool on there. It's a shame to cover it up with anything. A lot of people are telling me I should get a taller windscreen to keep the wind off of me for such a long journey, but the wind doesn't really bother me on a motorcycle. I have a helmet and wind protection, I guess, so I'm not too worried about that. I am going to get CarPlay screen mounted right here so that I don't have to have my phone out and I can listen to music and stuff. This is a mount for my 360 camera. The camera's not on there. I'm using it. I got these, which are like breakaway mirrors, but they really, like the other mirrors, I don't have them laying around here anywhere, but when you fall and they get bent, they're just bent and you got to tighten it. You need to screw these. These you just very easily adjustable. And if you wreck, it's not the end of the world. Just pop another one on there or tighten it back up. I changed out these. The Yamaha levers weren't bad. They were just ugly and too long, I felt like. These are a little shorter. These are cheapos off Amazon, probably 30 or 40 bucks. Wasn't much at all. And I put a seat concept seat on here. It's pretty comfortable. Definitely a big difference from stock, but I haven't went some giant long distance on it. I will say, when I bought the seat concepts seat, I thought I was buying a complete seat. It was like 350 bucks. And I ordered it and I was expecting to get a seat and just swap it out. And if I didn't like it, I'd put my other one back on. And then I got it and it was just a cover and a pad. So I had to take it and have somebody, a upholstery shop, put it on for me. But that was only $50, so that was a pretty good deal. I replaced these with bigger ones. The Yamaha ones were kind of just very stock, and these are a little wider, give you a more stance. I put these on here for no other reason really than they match these, and I like little gold accents on stuff. The next thing that I did, I put a high exhaust, HP Course high exhaust. The other exhaust was real low, and this one kind of tucks up in there and is more hidden. And I put a Tidy Tail fender eliminator on there. And I also put a integrated tail lights, like blinkers. So there's the blinkers, it's integrated. That's not very tight. It's integrated in there, so I'll have to tighten that up later. It's integrated in there because the stock blinkers would stick out and get burned by the high exhaust. So I found an integrated tail light system that just kind of plug and play and went on there off eBay. And also I bought this rack from Outback Motor Tech. I think it was probably $250 to $350. I don't remember precisely. And I bought that so I could mount these bags. These bags are all matching from Lone Rider. This is the semi-rigid cases. They come in like 31 and 38s. I got the 31s because I mean, that sticks out pretty far already. So they're both the 31. And this rack is it's really symmetrical, so there's not, a lot of people get a big one over here and a small one over here to make up for the exhaust because the rack is not symmetrical. But this one is symmetrical mostly, so I got the same size bags. I bought a set. It came with this bag, that bag. No, I didn't buy a set. I bought them all individually because when I added up the set the combo that I have online, it ended up coming up more than it was if I bought everything individually. And they come with a bunch of shit that I didn't want anyway. So anyways, I bought these over there. This came with it. I got this. I got 2 of these, one for this side, one for that side. 2 of these, which is the half of these. These are the mini bags. And then my daughter got me this for Christmas. And it was like my favorite gift. I really love it. And that is, oh yeah. So I also put, it came with this kickstand. I put a center stand on here. And everything that I've done to this bike is just adding weight and just a lot of weight. I've added a lot of weight with the rack, with the bags, with this, with those. Everything I'm doing is just making it heavier and heavier, and it wasn't a really light bike in the first place. But I did want to have a center stand. When I got the box from the porch after it was delivered, I was like, my God, it's so heavy. And that's what made me start thinking about all the weight I'm adding to the bike. So I had thought about this a lot before I installed it, but I think it's the weight is low for what that's worth, but it's going to be a big help if out of the however many flat tires I ended up getting in this trip or maintenance that I need to do on the bike roadside. So that'll keep the bike upright and kind of sturdy. And what else have I done? I think that's it. I have a couple more things planned. I have a Scott's steering dampener that I'm going to install. It's right here, ready to go. I also have these. These are the shifter and the brake pedal that I want to install. And then I got this. This is really cool. So the 2025 Tenere is the first year that they did electronic, what is it called? Electronic throttle. So that allows you, it doesn't come with cruise control, but it allows you to add an electronic cruise control to it. And I'm really excited about this. I think this was like $200 or $300. Comes with everything. It's just plug and play. And that'll give me cruise control on the bike so I can give my hand a rest on the long highway rides I'll be making. So those are the things that I'm going to do next to it. And I'm also going to swap out the springs because I'm kind of heavier. And I'm going to swap out the back spring too to give me better suspension when I'm riding. I have to buy a rack, which is not in stock right now. So I'm going to get the one off Outback so it kind of all jives together. A rack right here to mount that on. So there'll be a rack coming off here. And also Camel ADV sells a auxiliary tank that goes right here that holds like 1.5 gallons of fuel. So I'm going to get that installed. I haven't ordered that yet. And the reason I haven't ordered it yet is because of the beef that Canada has with the United States right now. So apparently the tariffs are too high and Camel ADV has halted shipping to the United States. And it's been like that for like 6-7 months. And hopefully it gets better soon. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get a buddy of mine to drive up to Canada and buy it for me. But other than that, I'm going to, when I swap out all that stuff, I'm going to also flash the ECU just because I'm doing everything else to the damn bike. I might as well do that too and get as much power as I can out of it. I'm heavier. I'm going to be loaded up. I will be taking it off-road a lot. So that's that. But this is it. And I'd like to say, I see a lot of people, buy used Kawasaki 650, 10 years old, 20-year-old bikes, get on them and drive them all over the world. And hats off to those guys. I really think it's a cool thing. But me, I'm personally just I guess you could call me a little bougie. I like nice stuff. I like as much comfort as I can. I like technology. I like just having the best of the best. And it's not because I'm like stuck up and I want the best stuff and this and that. It's because I feel like when you have the best tools, the best equipment, the best of everything that you have, the best motorcycle topped out with everything that you need, the only thing that's holding you back is yourself. You know, you have no excuses. I can't say, oh, well, I should have had that steering dampener on there and I wouldn't have crashed out on the interstate. I always, so I just take all that off the table, buy great stuff, and that's it. So that's the bike. That's the plan. And I've got another adventure bike here. I've got this Harley Davidson Pan America, which is a really great bike. I love it. It's cool. It's comfortable. It's heavy. I love the electronic suspension on it. It's got cruise control already built in. It's super comfortable the way it is. It's just a great bike. But it's humongous. I like going on single track stuff, which that's going to be just as hard. But this, I took it on single track the other day and it was freaking impossible. I made it, but it wasn't fun at all. And second, I got the Yamaha because I wanted something that's going to be super reliable and, not leave me stranded. The Pan Americas have some problems. I think the one I have doesn't have those problems. But also, I don't want to break down in freaking Chile on a Harley. Where am I going to get parts for it? Who's going to work on it? I don't know. So that's one of the reasons I went with the Yamaha, because it's just a well-known brand. They got parts for them everywhere. They got dealers for them everywhere. People know how to work on them. And I just think it's a great bike. It looks cool too. I'm excited. I love riding it. I put all this crap on it, so that's kind of sucked all the fun out of riding it. Makes it so heavy, but it's going to be fun. And the more it sits here, the more it it's calling me. It's telling me every day, you got to go now. Look at all the shit you've bought. Only thing stopping me is me. So that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you have any advice, feel free to ask. And also, on the videos too, like I said, these videos are just for practice, just for help me learn. The editing process it's a monster. I'm used to making videos with just apps and AI and stuff like that, and it's really easy. You just take a bunch of fake pictures and videos and put them in it, and the app does it all for you. These videos that I'm making now, I want to get really good with DaVinci Resolve, I think is the name of the program I'm using. It's difficult. It's like full out editing, and I don't know how to use it. I've never used it. It's really complicated, and it's something totally new to me. So like I said, that's why I'm making these random videos about stuff that doesn't really matter, just so I can get used to doing it and get better at it. I don't want to take off on a motorcycle and be trying to learn how to use DaVinci Resolve in some crack motel in Mexico. But that's it. Appreciate it. So, after I made that last video, I thought about something else I wanted to add to the video and talk about, was all of the gear that I'm bringing. Like I said earlier, I like to be super prepared for everything, and I overpack. I always overpack everywhere I go. I'm taking 2 or 3 suitcases, and it's like stupid, but I don't know. And I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying to not do that here, but the more prepared I am, the better off I am there, but also the heavier I'm carrying around a bunch of shit, fucking 15,000 miles. So I'm gonna turn around to the motorcycle here, and the plan is for the bags. So this bag here, I've already bought some camping supplies and different stuff. So here's a tent. This is a tent. I have, let's just look. It's nothing major. That's too much to do with all that right now. But inside here, there's a tent, a sleeping pad, like a blow-up mattress, and a chair, a little bitty pop-out chair, so I got someplace to sit. And I'll probably end up getting like a little bitty stove In this bag will be camping supplies, probably my tools, and I'm putting all the heavier stuff over here because I'll have a gas tank over there. So it'll kind of offset and even out the weight, hopefully, if that even matters. I'm sure it matters. But camping supplies, tools, tire repair stuff, all the stuff in this bag will be stuff that I hope I don't have to use. I don't want to open this bag. If I'm opening this bag, I'm like sleeping outside or I'm fixing something on the side of the road. Hopefully this bag just stays locked and that's all there is to it. I'm sure I'll have to camp sometimes going off-road for 15, 20,000 miles, but I'm going to keep it to a minimum. I don't want to camp, but I will if I have to. Emergency stuff's in here, and I'll probably put the first aid kit in there and blah, blah, blah. Then, over here, I'll have like my shoes, a jacket, the coats that I don't wear all the time, just stuff that I do use, but not all the time. I'm also gonna have a wire ran back here so I can charge my laptop in here. My laptop and any kind of camera equipment, batteries and stuff. I'll have a wire in here to be able to charge that stuff. I'll also have one ran in here to be able to charge my phone while I'm riding. In this bag will probably be my everyday bag. When I get off and I go into a hotel, I'll take this bag off and go with me, and that's that on that. It'll have my hygiene stuff in it, my clothes that I wear every day, a pair of shoes. This will be my just everyday bag that I need. This bag will probably be for jackets and stuff like that, or any other extra supplies that I have, things that I pick up along the way. Probably extra clothes. Like I said, I overpack for everything, and I don't want to be doing laundry or wearing dirty clothes everywhere. So that's going to be one of the challenges I have to figure out. I don't know how dirty I'll get my clothes. I mean, I'll mostly be wearing riding gear when I ride, and I'm not going to wash my riding gear all the time, but it's just one of those things I'll have to figure out. And then I also have these bags. So one of these bags could carry, I don't know, I mean, anything. I could put anything in them. I might switch the tools that are in there depending on how full they get to one of these. I could put my Crocs in there. I could put, sometimes I'm going to be going further than the fuel tank plus the auxiliary fuel tank will allow. So I might have to keep a bladder for gas. None of this stuff's mounted very well right now. It's just kind of hung up there for looks. But yeah, that's that on that. I'll have this side too, so I think I have plenty of room for stuff. But like I said, I'm the kind of guy that overpacks and always brings too much stuff. I'll have to have computer equipment. I'll have to have camera stuff. So probably a lot of that will go in here. Probably bring an iPad. I don't know, just anything that I think. Another problem that I'm having is, like, these are my really nice boots that I love, that are very comfortable, that are very protective, and they're freaking awesome boots, and I would love to bring them, but look how big they are. They're freaking huge. And like, what do I do with them? I don't want to wear full motocross boots every time I'm out, and if I think I could bring them, and I think I could fit them both in there, but that would take that out. I don't think I'm going to be able to wear these boots. I got in a really bad motorcycle accident, probably like in 2005 or 6, maybe 7, and almost lost my foot. So I really care about protection. I have some other boots over here that I really like. This is my office. It's really messy right now. I've got 3 different pair of these boots, but there's no real protection. They're just boots. I mean, I like them, and I can put those under a pair of pants and wear them as just like work boots and hiking boots. But like I said, there's not a lot of protection, and I'm kind of particular about my feet. So, but that'll conclude this video, hopefully. I won't think of anything else. Actually, I already have. I'm going to show you. I'm going to extend this. I'm going to show you. These bags are really cool. They're made by Lone Rider. company. I think they're a little overpriced, but what isn't overpriced nowadays? And all that. Like I said, I got another rack I'm gonna buy as soon as it's back in stock from Outback Motor Tech. Hello? Yep. Yes. Okay. All right. Love you. Bye. Anyways, there's a rack that comes off here that I will mount that stuff to, and it can lock. All this stuff locks. That's what I wanted to show you. Is see this? This is how this attaches to this rear rack, and it'll lock right here. I have the keys in that bag over there. I just haven't locked them yet. But all this does is it flips up like this, and then I can take this off like it's luggage and carry it into my room or wherever I'm staying at, so that nobody steals my bags. Although, I mean, when they're on, they're pretty secure. If I can get it back on. Oh, hold on. This is a two-handed process. Or no, you just gotta line it up right. So, yep, it's right back on there. And I'll show you how they open up too. So you put a lock on there, so it's locked. And yeah, somebody could cut through this and get your stuff still, but like I said, they come off and I won't be leaving it out like that much. I also have tracking devices on this. I've got several air tags already hidden on it. I'm gonna put air tags in every one of the bags just because, I don't know, it opens up like this. A lot of room in there. I might test and I'm gonna test and see if these boots go in there right now. I know they do. Maybe. It's just too much. There's no point. I don't know why I'm even doing this. Too damn big. So yeah, the boot fits in there. But not much else is gonna fit in there. I'll get two boots in there and could probably slide some stuff around it. I could stuff stuff inside the boots, but it definitely would fit. I don't know. I've been looking at other kind of boots that like are more adventure style boots that are for walking and riding with protection, but I haven't found which ones yet. But these are really good. These are amazing. These are the SG22s by Garnier. And they're the Gore-Tex versions, so they are waterproof. And I'll show you one other thing. This is the helmet I got for the trip. I like the helmet. There's a few things I don't like about it. I'm having some second thoughts, but it is the Advent LS2 Carbon Edition with Cardo, so that I can take calls and listen to music, maybe work. I don't know. We'll see, but that's it. It's pretty comfortable. It comes around here. I just like it because it had the Cardo system already installed. And it has that's that. And here's a look at the bikes. The seat concept seat. It's much wider than the stock seat. It is more comfortable, but I don't think anything's going to be comfortable after 15,000 miles. Well, that's it. Thank you, and hope I can edit this video in less time than it took me yesterday.